Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. What if the secret to wealth was not in hard work or luck, but in the invisible power of your thoughts? What if the richest people in history weren't merely intelligent, but tuned into a spiritual frequency that few ever learn to hear? Napoleon Hill spent 25 years studying those who achieved greatness, and what he found was not a formula for money, but a law of mind, a science of faith, a path that begins in thought and ends in reality. He called it Think and Grow Rich. But as you'll soon see, it's really about awakening the creative force within you, the divine intelligence that transforms imagination into gold. You begin to realize wealth does not start in your hands. It starts in your mind. Every fortune, every success, every great achievement began as a single thought, held with faith, and acted upon with purpose. The world around you is a mirror of the thoughts within you. Whatever you think repeatedly, you magnetize. Whatever you believe deeply, you manifest. You are not a victim of circumstance, you are the architect of it, and your blueprint is thought. Hill discovered that behind every person of great achievement, from inventors and leaders to entrepreneurs and visionaries, was a pattern. They all possessed a burning desire, a single consuming purpose that guided every thought, word, and action. Desire, when fused with faith, becomes a spiritual force. It connects you with the infinite intelligence that governs all creation. When you know what you want, truly, passionately, unwaveringly, the universe begins to rearrange itself to match your vision. Desire is the starting point of all achievement. It's the spark that ignites the soul. The first secret, desire. Nothing happens without it. Every dream begins as a seed of desire. But for most people, desire fades under doubt, fear, or distraction. Hill teaches that you must turn desire into obsession, not a restless craving, but a burning certainty that refuses to die. Write your desire clearly. See it in your mind until it feels real. Speak it aloud every morning and night. You're not merely repeating words, you're imprinting your subconscious, telling the universe, this is who I am becoming. The moment your desire becomes belief, creation begins. The second secret, faith. Faith is not hope. Faith is knowledge, invisible yet absolute. It is the vibration that bridges thought and form. When you affirm your dream with faith, you send a command to the infinite intelligence within you. Doubt disconnects, faith unites. You stop asking how will it happen, and start declaring it is already done. Faith transforms fear into action, and action into results. Hill wrote, faith is the head chemist of the mind. When faith is blended with thought, the subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration and translates it into its spiritual equivalent. Faith is the energy that moves mountains, and those mountains are not in the world, but in your mind. The third secret, autosuggestion. Your subconscious mind is like fertile soil. It will grow whatever seeds you plant. Autosuggestion is the act of planting thoughts deliberately. You feed your subconscious the images and beliefs you want to experience. Over time, it begins to act on them automatically. Repeat your affirmations with feeling. Visualize your success with emotion, and your subconscious will begin to guide you through intuition, coincidence, and inspiration. The outer world bends to the rhythm of your inner conviction. You no longer need to force results, you attract them. The fourth secret, specialized knowledge. Knowledge alone is not power. Organized knowledge directed by purpose is. Gather the information you need, study those who have walked the path before you, and apply what you learn with faith. But never forget, wisdom is not memorization, it's application. Hill said, Knowledge becomes power only when it is organized into definite plans of action. Knowledge feeds the mind. Action feeds the dream. The fifth secret, imagination. Everything that exists was once imagined. Every invention, every movement, every fortune began in the mind of someone who dared to dream beyond the ordinary. Imagination is your bridge to the divine. It is the playground of creation. When you visualize, you are not escaping reality, you are previewing your future. Your imagination, guided by faith and desire, becomes your greatest tool. It is through imagination that you co-create with the infinite. As Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. You begin to see that success is not about chance or privilege. It is the natural outcome of aligned thought and action. The moment your desire, faith, imagination, and discipline unite, you become unstoppable. But Hill also warns, the enemy of success is fear. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of loss. Fear paralyzes, faith liberates. The battle for success is fought not in the world, but in the silent chambers of your mind. The only devil you must conquer is doubt. The sixth secret, decision and persistence. Dreams die where hesitation lives. Every great achievement is born from decision. The quiet moment when you say, "This is who I am, and this is what I will create." Indecision leaks energy, doubt drains power, but decisive action fuels miracles. Once you decide, life begins to respond to your clarity. And when obstacles come, as they will, you meet them with persistence. Persistence is faith in motion. It's the proof of your belief. Hill wrote, "Every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. So you never truly fail, you refine, you learn, you rise." The seventh secret, the mastermind. No one succeeds alone. The mastermind principle teaches that when two or more minds come together with harmony and purpose, they create a third invisible force. A higher mind greater than any one individual. Surround yourself with those who uplift and inspire you. Avoid the company of the negative and the cynical. Your environment is the soil in which your dreams grow. Choose it wisely. Hill called this the coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony. When you align with the right people, the universe multiplies your power. The eighth secret, the subconscious mind. Your subconscious never sleeps. It listens to your dominant thoughts and turns them into reality. Every belief, every image, every fear is impressed upon it through repetition and emotion. You can't lie to your subconscious. It always knows what you truly believe. So train it with intention. Feed it only images of success, confidence, and gratitude, and it will begin to create opportunities, guide your intuition, and magnetize the people and events you need. Your subconscious is your silent partner in creation. The ninth secret, the sixth sense. Hill speaks of a mysterious power, the sixth sense. It is the intuitive voice of infinite intelligence. The gentle nudge, the flash of inspiration, the quiet knowing. You cannot force it, you can only prepare to receive it. When your mind is clear, when your faith is strong, when your purpose is pure, the sixth sense whispers. It is the language of the infinite, the bridge between thought and miracle. You now understand. Wealth is not just material, it is spiritual. It's not about chasing things, it's about becoming the kind of person to whom abundance naturally flows. You think richly, you act decisively, you persist faithfully, you serve generously, and slowly, your outer world rearranges itself to match your inner certainty. Hill's philosophy is not about greed, it's about creative harmony with universal law. When you think in faith, act with purpose, and align your mind with gratitude, you open the invisible channels of supply. Wealth, success, health, joy, they are not given by chance. They are the natural result of mental and spiritual order. The world outside becomes a reflection of the world within. You finally see the truth. Think and Grow Rich is not about money. It's about mastering yourself. To think richly is to think truthfully. To think truthfully is to think from the infinite. You realize that the greatest riches are not in your bank account. They are in your consciousness. Peace, clarity, faith, purpose. These are the treasures that create all others. Now, you wake each morning with power. You know that thought is the beginning of all creation. You no longer wait for opportunity. You think it, you feel it, you act it, and it appears. You have become a conscious creator, a living demonstration of the law. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And in that knowing, you are rich. In mind, in soul, in being.